after 13 years, I missed from States. The last time was a long time ago. And I'm very happy that during these years, I met a lot of friends during the cons and during my business. I think I don't know if we can speak about success, but I think that loss about funds law, about my work, I think is probably because I take care a lot about my job and my cover work, especially because I'm an illustrator, not a comic artist.
Right.
So sometimes I worked on the comic industry as a comic artist. I worked on Secret War or Wolverine, Sex and Violence, family business, but very, very few comics, okay? Because my cup of tea is the covers, art covers.
They're amazing.
Okay? And I try to do my best, always.
I think it's working. It's working, right, guys?
And I have to thank retailers, especially in the last years, because I work for Marvel, DC, and other publishers. But I think in 10 years, a lot of good friends of us, retailers, especially US, but Canadian and European, asked me for what they call variants. So
yes.
I'm the variant artist, cover artist, and I don't know. Maybe I mean always these kind of projects like variants, like something more for my fans, something more. I don't know, because usually I started in '98 in Italy and in Europe, and especially in Germany, first years, and after in France, and after I came back to Italy, in the comic industries. I remember a lot of comics from US as a good story, good artist, but not so good covers. So the people show me my art and say, okay, we can try to do something different. Variant was variant, but it was a special edition for Comic-Cons.
Yeah.
So I started with Germany for some important conventions.
Some exclusives.
Yes, exclusive. And was very, very good, because in that way I was very young and I was very excited because I think I draw from I was really, really young. I think I don't remember when I started, because I always draw my life. It was probably was my method
Yeah.
to communicate with the other guys, with the other children. So it started in that way. I was very shy. For me, it was impossible to speak in front of people, and I was very shy. But this kind of passion, for me, was really, really important when I grew up. So when I arrived in '98, my wife, my girlfriend, now my wife, obligated me to bring my art to the editor-in-chief in Italy, in Rome, and we started everything.
That's a good wife.
Good wife,
Yeah.
yes. The good wife is the right wife.
Yeah.
Yes, the right wife. Yes, and she obligated me to come back in the States this year.
We all have to say thank you to his wife.
Yes, always. Yes, because I'm a little not big and not lazy, But I worried always have too long because I have 3 kids, no more kids now. Oh, sorry. But I prefer stay at home at work to give you heart. I'm not so interesting. I'm not so.
This is very interesting.
No. I prefer. I'm always. I love always the people ask me picture and the answer. Oh, I'm not an actor. I'm just a comic drawer, a comic artist. So, without kidding, I'm very happy to be here, and I have to thanks all people that follow me in these years, especially people like Daniel Scott, and yes, convinced my wife to obligate me because for 4 years he asked me to come here, and I have to thank Daniel too. So
Yeah.
this is a little panorama. Okay, this is a little history of my life.
Yeah. What would you say is your biggest influences when you first got into illustrating?
Yeah, okay. I have a lot of, when I was young, I had a lot of influences from classic art, from ancient age, like Caravaggio, and but one of my best inspiration, it comes from here, from the States. It's Norman Rockwell. For me, he was the best illustrator ever after Caravaggio. He was not an illustrator, and because he has got a real talent. He has got one talent that is not easy to find in an artist.
Yeah.
He always painted the beauty in the I don't know if it's right the word in English is quotidianità, every day.
Yeah.
Okay, your life every day, and I think in that period of when Norman lives was not so easy because there were a lot of issues about politics, about religion, about races, and always he painted a piece of heart, and heart, and for me it was a great inspiration when I found his art in a library in Italy. I say, wow, this man is a real an artist, because a good friend of mine say an artist speak about him. A great artist speak about me. So is true when you see a real art that is very deep, deeply, you can feel it. And always I try to do my best in my work too. I don't know if I always have success in this, but I try to do.
No, it is great. And you talked about how you're illustrating covers and stuff. I've been asking this to every artist I've been able to speak to this weekend because I find it very interesting because everyone's going to give a different answer. What do you think goes into a good cover for you? Especially, since primarily that's what you're doing. So you're doing so many of them.
Yeah, many covers.
So many of us love them, and the aftermarket, they go crazy.
I answer to you with a sentence that is not mine, but it's from Norman Rockwell. Because one time, 10 years maybe or less ago, I went in an exhibition in Rome. Was only on Norman Rockwell art, and the guide, the girls that I follow her for during the exhibition. I was very stupid because I read a lot of books on these artists. So always we think we know everything, and especially the man.
Yeah.
No women. Man thinks always, yes, I do it better.
Yeah.
I know everything, and so I was hearing her, but without attention. And at the end of the exhibition, she said something that wrecked my brain. I say, during one of the last interviews he did, he answered to the interviewer and that he asked him why people love so much your art. And he answered, when you love something so much, the people loves in a different way, but love it. So is this, I think, the focus when you work on everything you do, every work needs this kind of, but I think in the art is very important for a good, there is not, I don't know, an adult illustration, illustration for children or something like that. There is a good illustration, a bad illustration, and the focus is what do you mean with that?
Right.
And this is, for me, this is very important. It's normal that you work in a comic industry, especially for superheroes. You can every time do a thinking about I don't know, for a Spider-Man cover. Yes, but sometimes the covers, the more beautiful covers for me and by me are, for example, there is a, I remember one, especially one because I did after this Norman Rockwell exhibition, because before some days before I declined. I say no, I'm not interested in doing a cover for Mary Jane and Peter.
Okay.
Mary Jane and Peter Parker. I say no, I don't mind. After the exhibition, I was so inspired. I say, I write back to the editor and say, no, I have a good idea. I think I could do something good. Say, okay, there is a chance, okay. And I did one of my best cover for me. And this is the Mary Jane at the window, and back here there is on the wall there is a Spider-Man. But the American version is not like the original version, I thought, because the original version is Spider-Man is in the shadow, only with hand and light, close the hand of air, and there are a lot of symbolism, a lot of message, a little bit, is a protector of the city, of the town, but he can live a normal life with his wife, a lot of, but I love that art.
Yeah.
So,
you're telling a story.
Yes, because this is the job of illustrator. Not comic artist. Comic artists, I don't know, show to the people a story, step by step, page after page. The illustrator needs to tell a story with one image, one picture.
Yes.
It's difficult, but for me it's more easy than do a comics.
Yes.
Okay.
So that kind of leads into another question I have as far as doing covers. So you, let's say Batman, as just an example. You do a Batman cover, right? Do you kind of brainstorm? You can have 3 different ideas. You try a lot. Like, what is your process in that? Like, where like DC's like, we need a Batman cover with Catwoman, right?
I wear Batman suit. No. I go around the whole Batman. Every mirror I bat. No.
That's the key.
Yes. My wife says stop. Okay. No. No. The process is very similar about usually the works I do. I try an inspiration from what I have around me, so I can check the web, or I can go with my car on the street, I don't know, or maybe speak with a friend.
Right.
A lot of times I have inspiration about spend time with friends.
Right.
So, and after that I try to find some references, interesting references that give me something different feeling about all the 100 cover about Batman that I see, I just saw, okay? And I put, my wife always say, you are not working. Please help me. No, I'm working. They want that I'm archiving
No, that's
all
good.
that. Yeah, but it's a little bit strange because in fact,
50-50.
yes, 50-50. But after that, I try to put together the inspiration and the references and try to do a very fast layout. If it's work, I try to do it and I send to my editor.
Right.
And I have a different process from other artists, colleagues and friends. Usually I send just one layout.
Yeah.
Usually my friends, my colleagues, I say, okay, I send 3 or 4, so they decide. But I try to do this at the beginning, and always the editor choose the worst layout. So I hate work on the worst layout. I say, no, okay, I send one layout, I say, if you don't like it, I try to do something different, but another one. Because for me, it's important the focus on that image. So if I have to send you just 2 or 3 just for fun, like this, doesn't work for me.
Okay.
Okay. And after I paint it and I send when it's finished. And always 99% is okay.
That's awesome. So you kind of touched on it a little bit. So, you were joking around saying I'm working on filing stuff. So I know for me in the work I do, when I come up with ideas, I'll throw notes down in my phone, iPad, or something like that. Do you have like an archive if you were to get, Spider-Woman tomorrow? They're like, oh, I have a Spider-Woman idea. So
No, it's a chaos. It's a real chaos. When you want to show you my phone, I can show, but just for you, because we are friends for a long time. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
This is all references from web, from picture, but it's definitely a chaos. And I remember a good friend of mine is a graphic designer. I asked him to put together all my art from '98 until 2016, and I give him my hard disks.
Right.
Okay. After 1 month, I never heard him and never more. I say, sorry, but everything is okay. I'm trying to understand if you are a serial killer. Why? Because I don't want be in your brain. If it is similar as your disk, you are really in trouble. Because yes, always I say, yes, I remember I have the right references for this cover. Okay, I'm trying to find it, I never find it. So after when I never I don't need it anymore, I find it, see, and so now in the last years I'm trying to do an archive more regular archive, but for me it's difficult because it's more emotional. It's real. I find something I like and I record and say okay, I archive, but sometimes I'm not so good.
Do you find yourself in all like just everyday life, like inspirational hit you? Like you'll walk out of here, you see a couple or someone doing something like
Yes.
Okay.
Lot of times.
No,
Yeah.
okay.
And I have I think all creative people or artists or I don't know actors, directors, what musicians has a different kind of view of life. For example, when I go to the cinema, to the theater for look at a movie, or watch a movie, I remember when I was kid in Italy, there was these weird things that you pay the ticket and you could stay for three times inside the room to see the movie. So I remember for Roger Rabbit. I remember I was very young. I remember I paid and I watched 3 times the same day because the first time I saw the lights and the effects and the composition. I say I don't understand the story. I I have to watch again.
So you were very analytical, even at, like,
yeah.
really looking into it, even as
yes, I am a little bit. It's strange. When I have an inspiration, I have like you know, the new theater with screen.
Like those big IMAX?
Yes, big IMAX. And in my head, it's like this. I imagine the picture that inspiration give me in my head like this. I say, okay, could be a good illustration, but I have to put something immediately because my brain is too fast, so I can't forget it.
No, that's super interesting because you hear, like, you know, iconic composers and stuff, they'll see things in colors and they'll put it to music. So in that way, our artistic brain kind of, you think of it in that way, just in, you obviously not music, but still art.
Yeah. For example, now I had a long trip to arrive here, 12 hours and on the plane, and I saw too much movies. My eyes is a little bit crude. I saw Monkey Man by David Patel. It's a very, very good movie. It's very violent, too much. Okay, I'm getting old, so for me now it's too much. But it's I stopped a lot of times and take screenshots.
Yeah.
Because it was very interesting. It was good photographies and was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So I usually work in this way. Yes.
So you started in, you were saying 98 is when you
98.
98. Okay, so we've, you know, technology changes so much since then. So what tools and what is your workflow kind of like now versus 98? Because digital is obviously very big right now. Just kind of do a run through of your particular style, what you like to use, what you don't like to use.
Okay, I start to answer about this question. Sometimes I have no social, okay? I have just Instagram,
okay.
But I post only my works, no personal lives, but it's not a judgment, okay? It's for me, it's not because I'm old, but it works because usually now, for example, for works, sometimes I lose a lot of times on Instagram, and for equipment, and sometimes I say, oh shit, I lose 1 hour. Okay, and I stop. Okay,
yeah.
But last 2 or 3 years, arrived this IA, intelligence, artificial AI. Sorry. A lot of people is very worried about it. I'm worried, but I take inspiration from a meme memes means in Italian meme, okay? Memes, sorry guys. And very, very funny, there is Matrix, and there is the fighting between Neo and the Agent Smith. And there is Agent Smith is the AI, and Matrix, and and Neo is the artist. Yeah. You have to take care of your heart with love and with work every day, because this is an art period for everything, not only for this bullshit. There are a lot of serious things for humanity. But these kind of things for artists and for creativity is dangerous if you permit it. Permitted? Yeah. Why? Because if you start to use it, because it's easy, your brain is going away, is going crazy.
Right,
No, you lose the
creativity.
The attitude to work and to create something new, because artificial intelligence is not a real intelligence. It's just a copy of other things.
It's taking everything
Okay.
and processing it.
Is not. I love some art from artificial intelligence. I say, oh wow, incredible, it's cool.
Yeah.
But after you can feel that you just saw something similar, because it took art from 50s, 60s, 70s, and the images, okay? But to create something new, it needs soul, it needs brain, it needs experience of relationships with humans.
Sure.
And I don't know, maybe it's dangerous if the people start to have fear about this. You have to use, for example, last month, I lose a job, or I lose a job, I lose a, yes, I say no, a job because they wanted, I created an image, picture, from an idea of an artificial intelligence. And they say, shit, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I say, you call me after 30 years. I work in the industry of illustration industry and communication industry. But this makes sense. If you want, you can ask to artificial intelligence to do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't put my sign, my signature on this bullshit. I say, okay, sorry, you are not the man in the right place. No, I am the right man in the right place. You are in the wrong place with the wrong man.
Yeah.
For you.
I'm not in here with you, you're in here with me.
So I use a lot of new technologies like Procreate on tablet, on iPad.
Yeah.
For example, helped me a lot for the layouts. Because before I was obligated to work at the house or at a studio.
Yes.
For my layouts to create sketches. Now when I need to go with my daughter to swimming pool,
yeah.
I wait for 1 hour in my car and then work on the layouts.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good thing. I don't lose time, and it's very it's more fast because before I drew on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
After I scan it, and with Photoshop I adjust it, and after I print the layout to paint. So now there is one step.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's very easy. So technology is good, but depend how you use it.
So you're doing a hybrid of both of them right now?
Yes, but I love too much the original art. I am a collector, and I try sometimes to explain. People say, oh, yes, but I am a digital artist, and I have nothing against digital arts, but say, this is my original, because this is the only copy and then say, okay, stop, you say the magical word, you say a copy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is one copy, you can sign one of one and sign, but it's a copy. The original is inside your computer, inside your laptop. Is a little bit different, a lot of different for me.
Yeah.
So there is a big difference. But I can understand that a lot of people, good artists that work in digital way needs to, I don't know, to sell art, especially, and I don't know, to feel a real artist. But I say, especially to people, a real artist, not they are artists.
Yeah.
Real, sorry, because my English is terrible. Real, come si dice, classic.
Classic,
With
yeah. Traditional.
Traditional. Okay, thanks. Traditional. So I can understand, but especially when you start to learn art, you need to work with your hands, not without computer, because there is directly. I don't know the word. Legame. You have a connection, okay, between your brain, your eyes, and your hands.
It's like tangible, like.
Yes, because your brain is I don't know, works after the eyes capture the what they see, okay. But at the same time, the brain has to say your hands to do the same thing the eyes are looking.
Yeah.
So it's very, very tiny time that you have to improve yourself. And when you work, you have a lot of more attention when you draw with a pencil, for example, because your brain says to your hand, please don't draw, because you have to cancel after. You have to erase. With the new technologies, especially when you are young, you feeling like I have superpowers, because you have, yes, I wrote 100 lines. Okay, there is no more.
Right.
Okay, and this is a shame for you, not for the other guys, only for you. So I think you have the equilibrium.
Right.
Okay, you need equilibrium, and after you can choose what you want, what you like.
Right. So doing so many covers, illustrating them, do you have a favorite that you like working on? Like whenever you get a Sonic book or Spider-Man?
Characters.
Characters, yeah. What's your favorite character? And is there one that
I love a ton of characters.
What are some of your favorites to draw?
I love draw Batman, Batman. Sorry, Batman is an Italian slang. Batman. It's strange, yes, Batman. And Wolverine. Wolverine, yes. I have still text mangled for the last movies of. Yes, I have to thank him. A lot of inspirations. And Hellboy.
Hellboy, that's a good one.
Yes. Three. This is my top three. Yeah.
So your Sonic cover is actually at this convention. Did you have fun doing the Sonic one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird because I love draw different kind of characters. No superheroes. For example, last year I painted some covers for Disney, for an Infinity Dime for Scrooge, and in Italy too I did a cool cover for Mickey Mouse and Goofy, and it was such. I remember in Lucca Convention, that is the most important comic convention in Italy.
Yeah.
I remember that Panini, that is the publisher, told me, amazing. We sold out every covers in 2 days. Wow. And we have to order to the warehouse other copies. And I remember I signed all that books.
Oh my gosh.
So the people say, why you don't? Because I'm not a Disney artist. For me, it's not difficult, but I take care more than I draw Spider-Man or Batman, because I have to be put attention. Okay, a lot of the character design. Every line for me is important. Is the same of the original.
Right.
I love the original, the classic, because I'm old.
Yeah.
So I love all. For example, superheroes. The superheroes costume, not all, but a lot of superheroes costume were perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect, simple and perfect.
That's interesting. So I wanted to ask, as far as like all the character designs you do for your Batman, your Mickey, your Spider-Man, what do you try to what do you try to do to those characters that leave your mark on it, right? Because you said traditional, but obviously, you kind of have a little spin on it. It's like, oh, that's Dell Otto's.
That's after 30 years, I think people recognize my style. And
sure.
I always change the approaching, the work on that cover, because I know maybe there's something go for young children, and but usually as the first answer I gave you before, I love that. So I think people recognize my style because I always the same approach. I am a painter, not realistic. A lot of people sometimes put me and, for example, Alex Ross, and the same. the same sport. But Alexa is another sport.
Right.
It's great, it's amazing, but it's another. I'm not so realistic. I take inspiration from reality, but after I stop to see the references, for example, and I go with what I feel. So the result, the final result, is more different than a realistic version of that. For example, for Batman.
Yeah.
I maybe last 2 years I worked a lot of more than Marvel cover on a Batman cover. So I had a chance to work on different types and different kind of images. Sometimes some vintage. For example, there is one of my favorite is Bruce Wayne in the Batcave, and with a bat on his waist.
Yeah.
And when I finished to paint it, I say, "Wow, it looks like Michael Keaton." But I didn't want that he was Michael Keaton. Maybe my inspiration, my young.
Is that your young Batman?
Yes.
Okay.
For me, after Tim Burton, the first Tim Burton, there is Nolan. Yes, Nolan.
Oh, yeah, Nolan.
The trilogy of Nolan,
Yeah.
especially the first one. And so maybe always is the same. I try to do a mix so people can recognize my style. I never change my style.
Yeah.
You can recognize my paintings, my faces, my expressions, my compositions. For example, I studied a lot. Thanks my master, my old master in school time, and he teach me a lot of about take care of composition. A lot of good artists has not good compositions.
Sure.
Because it's difficult. You have to think, for me, if this marker is here or easier, is more different for it than for you.
Right.
For you, it's the same. For me, here, I don't like it. This is perfect. And the composition of my view.
For sure.
Okay? And so for my job is always the same. For the first thing is the composition.
So how do you decide the composition for a cover?
About what the focus should be. Should be the focus. Should be the focus. Because every picture has got a focus, and you have to know what is the focus. Because if you don't know, you wrong the illustration. Yeah, you wrong the image. Because sometimes you can change just a little composition, and you lose immediately the importance of one character, or I don't know, the background is too important.
Yep.
Okay.
So we got a few minutes left, but I wanted to ask, what is a character that you haven't drawn yet that you would love to draw?
Okay, I draw a lot of characters.
Yeah,
I don't think everything, but a lot.
You have a childhood favorite?
But publish it. I have a dream in my drawer. Is if I can paint a short story, because long story for me is a pain. Okay, of Airboy. I have a good short story, 12 pages. I have to paint. I have whole story just right, and there is no chance yet. But I hope in the future I would love. Yeah.
Oh, that would be amazing. That would be really cool. We have 5 more minutes, so we can probably take a few questions from the audience if you don't mind. Does anyone here have time for 2 or 3 questions? If not,
Simple questions.
Simple questions.
No, sorry.
Over there.
Does anyone have a right here? Sorry.
What draws you to the character Hellboy?
Why do you like Hellboy?
And it's red. I love red. No, I love Hellboy because, like I said before, when you see something that the artist loves, you have to love immediately. I remember the first story, short story, really few pages. I think
it was a Comic-Con convention exclusive, I believe. It was his first appearance with it.
Yeah, but I read when I was young, in the 90s. I read the first time I was, I think 3 or 4 pages story where there is a Hellboy in a desert with I have not the name, the fuel station, okay? And there is a little dog, and in 2 minutes, this little dog transformed in a big Anubi, okay? And he fight, but it's very stupid and short story. I say, wow, it's amazing. What is this? And I try to find more, and after I discovered the Hellboy, I say, wow, this man, because I knew Mignola from Cosmic Odyssey, Cosmic Odyssey and other arts, but he changed his style in few years and arrived to draw Hellboy in the perfect time. He became Mignola, real Mignola, what we love now. So I love the Grey Mouse and Farfar in the same mood, but it's something really different. So I like Hellboy because when I was child, I loved the character. I say, like I said before, I can do it better. No, it's not. No, it's not true. I could do it in my way, and I would try to do. Okay.
Anyone else?
Yes.
Your work's beautiful. How do you find a way to give enough of the story to tell it, but not too much to tell the whole thing?
No, I don't understand the last part.
Sure. You tell the...
One moment, we have a translator.
Okay.
Ok. Ma non volevi di prima le mossinacce a carte? Ha fatto sul down, hai fatto. Vai.
Come fai a dire su una copertina, come fai a dire abbastanza della storia ma non troppo della storia stessa?
Okay, this is usually the publisher tell me what they want, and they want always the same thing. See, do you have any suggestion for me? Yes, an iconic shot. This is the iconic shot of Wolverine, iconic shot of Thor, iconic shot of Daredevil. I say, okay, more? Yes, an iconic shot under the rain. Okay. But no, sometimes they tell me if there is, for example, Scrooge. Okay, Scrooge, I received part of the history, the stories, and they explained me what's happened in the story. And for me, it was really important. That picture, I love that. I keep the original for me in my private collection because I think it's perfect. I love Infinity Game, Infinity War and Game. So when they say me that there is this kind of a story where Scrooge go in the different universe, across the universe with the circle, the fire circle, say, no, I have the idea. I took an original shot from Barks where there is Scrooge on the sofa, and but he was in a room with a window behind him with the snow, and I erased everything. Just I left the sofa. I draw with my style Scrooge, but it's very classic. I try to do the original Scrooge, and I did the fire circle of the multiverse, and for me it was the perfect mix, the perfect synthesis.
Yes.
Sunt, real sunt. Synthesis.
Synergy.
You have to improve yourself.
Synergy.
Okay. yeah, no synergy is
Synthesis, that's it.
Perfect breakup.
Yeah.
Just enough.
Oh, okay, perfect amount.
a picture that can tell you what's happened in the comics, but not too much.
Okay.
Okay, there is a evil Scrooge that won't keep all number ones dollars in across the universe and use the multiverse. It was the perfect. It's difficult to explain for me in this year. Step by step is not always so easy. Sometimes I need more time to think about it. But I love, this is my favorite part of the work. Think about the idea, especially in the last 10 years, because I am getting old, so I'm more, come si dice saggio? Sage. Sure. No, sage. Like Gandalf. Okay.
We're
Wise, bravo, Grace. Thank you.
We're unfortunately out of
I'm
time, but
kidding.
Gabriel, this was great. We're out of time, unfortunately. I could talk to you all day. This is great.
I hope that I not annoyed you with my awful English. I hope you understand what I
It
said.
was great.
Okay.
Round of applause.
Thank you for your love. Thank you. I appreciate it.
What booth are you at? What booth
I
are you
at the Daniel Scott Collectibles booth and the artist alley.
Go find them, get ciggies, get books.
Okay. Thank you to everybody.